What's happening? John with Cra-Z-Dreams, and today I'd like to talk to you about something that holds a lot of people back from success, and that's confidence, more specifically lack of confidence. It's something that I've struggled with in the past, still do occasionally, and I know a lot of other people struggle with this as well. So first I want to talk about what confidence is, and then I want to talk about how you establish it and then build on it and continue to add to your confidence. All right, so the word confidence originates from a Latin word, confidere. Confidere means to have full trust, to have full trust. So self-confidence is having full trust in yourself. So how do we build self-confidence or self-trust? You do that in a lot of ways. A few of the ways that you build self-trust are in line with how you do it when you're young, when you're a kid, which is first you explore, you try new things. When we're young, we don't know anything. So everything we learn is by experience. We go out, we try to ride a bicycle, we fall, we get back up, and we try again. You know, you learn something's hot by touching it sometimes. Sometimes parents tell you that's hot, don't touch it, but you learn in a whole new way when you touch it yourself. So when you're young, you learn through exploration and experience. It's the same when you're an adult. If you haven't done a lot of things, then sometimes you don't have confidence because you don't know how you're going to respond to new things. So it's very important to get out and explore and try different things so you build the confidence to know even though you're not familiar with something, you can learn it, and if you fail, you can recover. Now, along the same lines, another way you can build self-trust is to face your fears. When you're young and there's things you're afraid of, sometimes you avoid them. Same thing happens in adulthood. Sometimes the things that we fear, we avoid. If it's something dangerous, that's fine. If it's something that is necessary for you to grow or advance or achieve goals, then you don't want to avoid things you're afraid of. You have to learn to embrace them. And then usually you learn that you're capable of facing it and capable of handling it. And you find out you can do some things you didn't think you could before you tried it. Now, the best way to begin both trying new things and facing your fears is just to make a list of what they are and identify them and then start trying them, right? So if there's places you've wanted to visit, things you've wanted to do, and you haven't tried them that are just outside your comfort zone and just a little different, make a list and then start one by one. Just choose one, try it, move on to the next one. For your fears, make a list of your fears and then one by one, just begin facing the things you're afraid of. I'm not saying put yourself in danger or do anything reckless, but if there's something you're afraid of and it's not going to cause you any harm, try it. Try something different, and you'll reprogram yourself to understand that just because you're afraid of something doesn't mean you can't handle it, and it doesn't mean it's not good for you. All right, so make a list and then start moving down the list of trying new things and facing your fears, and you'll be surprised how much you grow. Now, a third thing you can learn to do that will build self-trust is to prepare. That's something that we're taught from when we're young. When you have school assignments, projects, and things that need to be done, tests, you make sure you prepare in advance so that you can put your best foot forward and do your absolute best. Sometimes in life we fear things because we're not prepared, and the lack of preparation makes us scared because we think we're going to fail and probably will fail and won't perform up to our potential. Once you have that experience, then the next time you have something coming up that's important, you can get nervous because you're afraid of failing again. But the whole reason you failed in the first place was because you weren't prepared. So it's really important to get into the habit of doing your work in advance to make sure you're ready for things that are coming up that are important that you need to do well in. If you're an adult and you have a presentation at the office, make sure you do your research in advance. Make sure you prepare all your visuals and you rehearse in advance so that you're fully ready to put your best foot forward in your presentation or whatever it is that you're doing. When you're fully prepared and you're ready, you'll find you have a lot more confidence when it comes to things like presentations, job interviews, and things like that where you actually need to do it in front of another person. The bottom line is, make sure you prepare for the things that are important in life, and not only will you build confidence, but you'll be more successful. Now, 3 more very important ways that you build self-confidence or self-trust are done the same way you build trust with another person. One of those very important techniques is to honor your commitments. Honor commitments. Honoring commitments to yourself is extremely important. When you honor your commitments to yourself, which means basically you do what you say you're going to do, you learn that you can rely on yourself and you can count on yourself to follow through on what you expect of yourself. That's extremely important if you're going to build confidence, because in order to have confidence in yourself, you have to know you can be relied on. It's one thing to be reliable to other people, but if you're not reliable to yourself and you're always saying, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, not going to the gym, I'm going to improve my diet, and then you eat bad food. Things like that chip away at your confidence gradually, and you end up being in a situation where you don't believe in yourself when you really need to. When someone else honors their commitments to you, you trust that person more. It works the same with you. When you honor commitments to yourself, you trust yourself more and you have more confidence. So make it a life principle to do what you say you're going to do. The next way you build trust with yourself that's similar to building trust with others is to honor your values. Honor values. What that means is when you say you believe in something, then you honor that belief. Don't violate your morals or get into the habit of doing things you say you don't believe in, because now you're inconsistent and you start not trusting yourself and not believing yourself. The same way as when you're in a relationship with somebody, you believe in that person if they have good morals and good values, or they say they do, and then they act accordingly, you trust that person more. When somebody says they believe something and then they behave a different way, you don't trust that person. It's the same with yourself. When you say you have a belief and then you don't honor that belief and you're not true to it, and the way you act, you start to distrust yourself and you start to just feel bad about yourself and not believe in yourself as much. All right. So if you want to have more confidence and more trust, honor your values. Or in layman's terms, that means do the right thing. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect, but 99% of the time, you should end up doing the right thing and being true to what you say you believe. Now, the third and final way you can build trust with yourself that's similar to how you build trust with others is to honor yourself. Honor yourself. When you honor yourself, that means you're going to act in accordance with who you are, your identity, and act in accordance with your worth. Don't be somebody you're not, and don't devalue yourself. When you're in a relationship with somebody else who devalues you or encourages you to be someone you're not, you lose trust for that person. It's the same with yourself. If you act outside of yourself and you know you're one person and you start to behave like you're someone else, then you chip away at your trust for yourself and your confidence. When you treat yourself like less than you're actually worth, it also chips away at your confidence. So it's very important to remember that you're worthy and that you're enough the way you are. So be authentic and don't do things that are beneath you, and also don't allow other people to treat you in a way that's beneath you. When you honor yourself and you treat yourself with respect, you'll find other people honor you and respect you too. So to recap, to build confidence, you're going to try new things. You're going to face your fears. You're going to prepare for things that are important. You're going to honor your commitments. You're going to honor your values. And importantly, you're going to honor yourself and be yourself and treat yourself like you're worthy. That's the end of our lesson on confidence. If you need help building confidence or reaching your goals, reach out to me. I'm a life coach. That's what I'm here for. I'm John with Cra-Z-Dreams. You can email info@cra-z-dreams.com. It's CRA-Z-dreams. This is our website. Visit our website.